Welcome to the 11th season of VRL, presented by Velocidrone and MultiGP. Velocidrone Racing League is the premier virtual team racing league where speed, strategy, and skill collide in the ultimate test of drone piloting. Now, let's break down how it all works. First up, the track pool. Every season, pilots compete across 5 track and spec combinations: open class, pro spec, tiny trainer, tiny whoop, and the wildcard track, which is announced weekly. The wildcard keeps teams on their toes, adding an exciting layer of strategy to each matchup. The different drone specs will bring a new element of excitement to the league, as we will see certain pilots rise to the top on specific specs throughout the season. Spec specialists on the tiny whoop, for example, will have a distinct edge during the whoop week, where teams will be forced to fly at least one whoop track. Each week the league determines a spec drone that will be featured, ensuring that teams will race on that spec during the event. It will not be possible to ban the spec for the week it is featured. Before each match, teams go through the pre-match format. Here's how it works. Team 1 bans a track, Team 2 bans a track. Then, Team 1 picks from the remaining 3 tracks, followed by Team 2. The last track standing becomes the tiebreaker. Simple, strategic, and intense. Now, let's talk about the match format. Each match is a best of 3, meaning the first team to win 2 tracks wins the match. Every track has a required spec. If it's a pro spec track, all pilots must fly pro spec quads. The competition is fierce, and adaptability is key. Here is how pilots score points. It's a 5v5 format. On the track. Any pilot can score for their team, depending on where they finish after 3 laps. Here's the breakdown. First place earns 6 points, second gets 5, third gets 4, and so on, with the top 6 pilots from either team scoring points. The magic number for heat points is 11, so a first and a second place for one team would lock them in to win the heat. Win 3 heats, and you win the track. Pilots will then take a break while the other 2 matchups are raced. Then, the same teams from match 1 will now race on track 2. If teams split the wins, we move to track 3 for an epic tiebreaker showdown. Before the action starts, teams get their warm-up time. As ban and pick phases are happening, teams can prep for their first track. If a match reaches the track 3 tiebreaker, an extra 5-minute warm-up ensures everyone is ready to go. On race day, most teams will have 10 to 20 minutes to dial in their skills. Between races, we hear from the pilots with post-match interviews, giving you insight straight from the cockpit. The Velocidrone Racing League is where the best pilots rise to the top. Are you ready to take flight? The race is on.
Hello, this is it. Welcome to the World Championship of Velocidrone Racing League Season 11. I'm joined by Ferry here. He's out in the field today, special correspondent, and we are getting ready to crown our champion and figure out our podium. So we're going to see 2 matches today. One match between Dindrones East and 533 West, racing for that 3rd place position and their share of a $3,000 prize pool. That'll be for doubling their money. So essentially every race doubles your money. So 2025 podium race between Dindrones East and 533 West. Winner will take $500. Then we're going to move on to the World Finals World Championship between 533 East and Maverick West. And that will be racing for $1,500. The teams are guaranteed $750 right now. And these teams are the final 4 remaining of 12 teams from the regular season. During the regular season, we raced round-robin matches in each conference over 5 weeks. So every team raced everybody. And now we went through this 3-week playoff. So every team here actually got a bye into the first round of the playoffs and then won their semifinals match to get here. And we've got represented in this league 60 pilots from around 18 nations all over the globe. And we're all over the globe bringing this to you. It's a logistical madhouse, and we're excited to finish this thing out strong. So I got Ferry here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm excited. This is what we've been working for this whole year since January. We did all the individual racing to figure out, what kind of where all the pilots are sitting relative to each other. Then we built teams, and then these teams have been working really hard. We've seen a lot of pilots improve over the season. A lot of veterans coming back and doing really amazingly. And so now it's down to this. It's down to the world champs. By the end of tonight, we're gonna know who's the world championship 2025 VRL season 11. I'm excited.
Absolutely. I'm gonna pull up the bracket here, and we can keep talking about it. Let's see. There we are. VRL World Championship. Brought to you by
P Graphics.
Yeah, brought to you by MultiGP and Velocidrone and Maverick Inspection, as well as all of our other sponsors. So sponsor teams, sponsor tracks. We've got Team Black Sheep. Who else do we got? Din Drones. Ferry, you got more in your head, right? Sorry, I'm trying to fix this bracket view.
You're working while you're sponsoring.
Yeah.
I think our biggest one is obviously Velocidrone. Every year, none of this would be possible without Ash and the team at Velocidrone making this amazing simulator. That's just, it's hands down. Like, if you're racing, if you're not using Velocidrone, you're not really racing. Let's just be honest. And then this year, new sponsor Maverick Inspections is kind of showed up on the scene. Commercial company really helping us out. They're a really amazing Canadian inspection team. Really excited to have them, and a lot of the normal faces, HD0, Fins, a host of others. We'll see them in the.
Yeah, they'll be on the rotation here, and
Demon Power Systems shout out.
Yeah, Demon Power Systems Racing. So you can see this this bracket in front of you right here. This was the road through the playoffs for the teams, and it was, if you didn't tune in last week, I recommend either catching the VOD or when we release the match videos, checking them out, because it was probably the best racing of the season. Hopefully we can top it tonight. But everything is pretty much the same as the regular season, except we're going to be racing best of 4 heats. So instead of going to the first team to win best of 7 heats, instead of winning first to 3, it's going to be first to win 4 heats. That's where I got the 4 from. So it's a best of 7, kind of like the World Series of baseball. And we're going to get over the picks and bans screen. And you can see Ferry and I in the corner there. And we're here to talk about the first match of today, which is going to be the podium race. We're going to be switching off to give the teams a chance to warm up. Because if you haven't tuned in all season, these teams switch specs every race, essentially. We are guaranteed to see at least, we could see a double spec match based on the picks and bans and the way the playoff works, but every playoff match so far has been unique specs on every heat. So we race 4 different specs. We do open class, which is any drone you want. We do tiny trainers, which is the tiny trainer. We do the MultiGP Pro spec, the Pro spec drone, the big heavy 7-incher. And then we do tiny whoops. And it's wild. They'll go from open class to Pro spec to tiny whoop. And everybody's learning new skills here. So the first teams we've got is, one thing we've got today, which might be a little confusing for you, is we've got 2 533 teams, because the same sponsors sponsor teams on both sides, and the 533 East team and the 533 West team both made it to the World Finals Day. So here we are. But right now we're going to be looking at Din Drones East versus 533 West. This is the podium race. These teams are racing for $500.
Yeah, some kind of weird Evan Turner heads-up magic got both of his teams in somehow.
Yeah.
Din Drones, our local buddy, got one in too.
Yeah, and the funniest thing is 533 East was originally my team's name, but then there was a bit of a conflict of interest because Fins was on my team.
Yeah.
So so we were like, well, we can't really have Fins being sponsored by another direct competitor.
Change the team to Fins. Anyway,
so
like you said, this is the race for podium. So at the end of this matchup, there will be a 4th place team for the global season and a 3rd place team. 4th place not getting podium, but still very commendable, super tough season, and still worth a lot of money. So these teams sitting pretty today, but it is a fight for that.
And that said, every team here was top 2 in their conference. So these are the reserve conference champs, as you'd say. So they definitely, within the conference, that's really the pool of where you want to show what you got. Here, we don't know. These teams have never matched each other. So we have no idea the power levels from both these two conferences.
The conference, but I think it's going to be I think it's gonna be the craziest racing all season.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Now.
There's also something to be said that so everybody knows. East is not a hard region lock and West is not a hard region lock. Pilots can race in either one based on the time zone they want. We would just race the East in the earlier time for the United States time, very early in the morning, so that European and other pilots can choose to fly at a more suitable time for them. So predominantly, it's a more Eastern worldwide group of pilots. I think.
Yeah, for the most part, it kind of plays out that way. We'll be talking about that as we meet some.
Yeah,
of these teams for the
exactly
matches and see like where they're from.
Where they're from, yeah.
Pilot cards, we got flags. We know exactly where everybody is. I mean, we were just talking about this before we started. It blows my mind to think all of these people are like real and they're sitting somewhere on this giant planet of billions of people and they're all connected to racing live.
Yeah. Some of these guys get times though that are unreal. So like Raspberry, who's a UK pilot racing in the West side. So he's one of the few UK pilots racing in the West. He's on Maverick West on the championship team. So we'll be seeing him in just about 15 minutes, I'd say, racing. So Raspberry,
so
maybe the most. Let's do it. Let's do picks and bands.
Take it off, picks and bands. So I don't know if we talked about it, if you talked about it and missed it, but just for folks following along, when these teams match up, they will be racing on 3 different tracks. The first team to win 2 out of 3 tracks is going to be the third place finisher. Third place is for a tiebreaker. If somebody wins 2 in a row, that they're done. But yeah, let's figure out what tracks they're going to be flying on. Yeah,
absolutely.
You know who we got in here?
Yeah, somebody from Dindrones East and somebody from. Oh,
yes,
that
sir.
sounds like Nate.
Oh yeah,
It is.
Yep.
Regular.
And we made again. So I don't know.
And who do we got from 533 West? Is that SFPV?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's actually do a quick little pregame interview.
Surrounded by legends.
How do you guys? I'll ask you first, Nady. What has your team done to prepare for this today? And what kind of research have you guys done on your opponent here from the West?
I'll be quite honest. We haven't done that much. I had this Jewish holiday, that Passover, so I had to help around the house, which kind of sucked. Okay. But hopefully my Russian friends and the other guy probably practiced the wildcard tracks.
Okay.
But honestly, nothing special.
Yeah, I think you're Russia, France, United States, so hopefully they're grinding for you.
Nice. Colby, you got any tricks up your sleeve, or you guys been grinding?
Nothing. Nothing unusual. We didn't want to change up to anything too much, but we had a good week last week. We just went up against the best pilot in the league in Raspberry, and he destroyed us. So we're feeling good. We're feeling confident. We didn't really crush our confidence last week. We didn't think we had a chance against them, so we're okay.
Awesome.
We're gonna go for third place today and get some cash.
All right, Fair. You want to flip that coin?
I have flipped the coin for the first ban behind the scenes, and it is team number 2, which is 533 West. You guys get a ban. What do you guys want to desperately not fly on today?
Well, let's do the weekly pro spec because they're undefeated on that track.
Yeah, Dindrones East, according to my calculations, has a 5-0 streak on that when they race Pro Cup. So maybe you should have tested them.
Doing their homework.
You just like destroying the party, right? You don't like when it's fun.
I love pro spec, but you guys are too good at it. Sorry.
So somebody's been doing their homework. Now what I'm wondering is where the mental game comes in is if the other team knew that they were going to ban it because they did it so well, and then they actually ground something else. We'll find out at the end. We don't want to give it away.
They will ban it, but looking at Kobe's team score, they're quite even, except on the Whoop track. So that's the one we'll be banning.
The one that we won last week.
Which one?
Oh,
weekly or wildcard?
Weekly, I think. Oh, Whoop wildcard?
Yeah, we'll just get rid of that one.
Okay, because they have you guys. None of you guys have raced it.
Final answer.
Yep.
Don't try to.
No, I was just being clear. Just trying to be clear that you didn't say the wrong thing.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that what you're banning? Wild card?
Yep, they did it.
Yeah. That was the request.
Wild card.
The hand has been removed from the chess piece.
It's done. Yep, 100%.
I just tried to make it sound all special, but that was the request.
We already knew.
Yeah, maybe it was bait too.
Yeah, back to Colby for a track pick. What do you guys want to fly on, Colby?
We'll do the Tiny Trainer wild card.
TT wild card. This is an interesting matchup here. The Tiny Trainer wild card, 533 West has 1-0 on it, and Dindrones East is 0-1 on it. But these teams have never matched up, so we have no idea what that'll be like.
Nate, what about you guys? What's your pick?
I'll be picking the Open Cup regular.
The Team Black Sheep
favorite
Open Class Racing. So that means we're gonna pick. It's gonna either be Tiny Whoop Cup or Pro Spec Wildcard. The Pro Spec Wildcard track is wild, and Tiny Whoop Cup is just a madhouse, and that would be a crazy tiebreaker.
So it's down to 2, right?
Yep, I believe if
Tiny Whoop Cup.
Yeah, because it can't be a Tiny Trainer, it can't be Open Cup.
We already have one. It can't be Open. We already have that.
And then the other 2 are banned. Wildcard.
Yep. So we're gonna flip a coin, and one. If it lands 1, we're gonna do Tiny Whoop. If it lands 2, we'll do Pro Spec.
Here we go.
Bam! It's track 2, Wildcard Pro Spec.
Those were 3 tracks we practiced.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow,
I hope we get there.
I promise we're not in cahoots.
We thought,
really
we thought they were gonna pick the Open Class, so that was good.
Well, there is a world where we have a world champion before we have a 3rd place. So if they go 2-0 and you guys go the tiebreaker, we'll finish with you guys last. So you guys could end the stream if it goes that way. But you guys are gonna be the first match. Yep.
I've just rolled the track start because it's also random and Open Cup, so you're going to be going fast to slow.
That's great.
Kind of one of my favorite.
Yeah, what do we got? Open first?
Open first, yep. Open
Cup weekly.
Team Black Sheep. Open Cup.
Double check, because if we mess this up, it's going to be bad.
That's correct. Looks good to me.
Okay.
Everybody, Open Cup. Guys, you guys go warm up. We're going to be talking with the champs.
Race 2 is what?
The wild card Tiny Trainer.
Congrats getting 4th place, Kobe, by the way. Congrats on 4th.
Oh my God, already. Hardcore.
Race 3 is what?
We'll see you on the podium.
Oh, never mind, we got it.
All right, good luck, guys.
Yeah, so it's
shots fired.
Open weekly, wild card Tiny Trainer, wild card Pro Spec. The giant.
He should be congratsing you on top 2. I thought that's what he was saying at first. I know.
Really good. No,
all right. We like this. It's fun.
All right, should we jump to matchup number 2?
Let's do it. Let's let these guys go warm up. All right.
P1 versus P2. So you guys go get your Open Class chops up to speed, and we're gonna talk to match number 2.
All right. So, looks like we're gonna see 533 East versus Maverick West. Both teams with exceptional records throughout this season and postseason. 6-1, 5-2. I think that's accurate, and we have all their picks and bans groups. So who do we got? We should have Batu, I think, from 533.
I don't think we have him in the chat yet. Yeah, we need to pull Batu into the stream. Maybe I think Batman can help with that, and then.
All right. Well, then in that case, real quick, Fairy, Batman, and even Gomufas, if you're here, what do you guys think is going to happen with that last match? Do you guys agree with Nate that they're going to win it?
Oh, you can do a quick
poll? Yeah.
I mean, I hope it goes to 3.
I now give a little bit of I feel a little better for, I would have leaned towards Dindrones, but I think that 533 kind of getting all the tracks they want and kind of like acing their practice, things could get crazy.
Yeah.
Things could get nuts.
I think Dindrones will take the Open Class track.
Okay.
We'll be really, really close. So we'll go 5 rounds, I think, with the Tiny Trainer wildcard.
Okay.
The wildcard Pro Spec, my money's on. It depends if they've grounded it or not, but I think they have because they're pretty jacked up in Jones East.
Yeah.
That will be close because anyone can win a Pro Spec race. It just depends whether you nick something or not. So yeah, tough to pick.
I totally agree. All right.
Yeah,
so
I'll go with Dindrones.
Cool.
All right, so let's meet the pickers, right? So we got who do we got from Maverick West?
Static from Maverick West.
It's always Static. Let's go, Static.
Maverick West. And I'd like to introduce live from Turkey.
Look at this.
Into screen with me, we have Batu.
Hey guys.
Fairy's in there.
He's gonna be picking. He's gonna be racing. We're gonna be trying not to distract him, but we'll be keeping up with this progress.
This is so great. We should
commentating from Istanbul live.
Mm-hmm. Fairy is taking donations to kick his chair while he's sitting right next to him. He's not supposed to say Batu's name. So Fairy will be a little more quiet during the World Championship races because Batu is racing about 6 feet from him, I think, or less.
Yeah.
Oh, not even 6 feet probably.
4 feet? Yeah. 1 meter?
2.5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Should use
I
meters.
get really excited, I might hit him in the head.
Yeah, that
I
would
love
be
it.
very unfortunate.
But yeah, I'm
Yes.
excited. We have Batu in person.
Yeah, guys,
we have all those trophies on his way. Well, there's about
Yep.
a third of them. There was too many in the room to fit.
And unfortunately, guys,
we know Batu is a long-time racer, a long-time champion. So
Yep.
excited to have him with us. Static, also a long-time racer and really amazing pilot. So I'm curious what these pilots are gonna pick and ban here.
Yeah,
What's
and
up,
I
Jimmy?
don't know if you. Well, it was very expensive to get Ferry over there for this interview moment, and so the prize pool is now canceled. Actually, it all went to the airfare to get him to Turkey for this scene. So
Sorry.
sorry, guys. No, Ferry just happened to be there for work this week, and he asked Batu if he could post up. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
pretty
this,
cool.
We got this set up. Thank you to Batu's sister for her gaming PC.
Nice. All right, Batu. Well, you can.
Okay.
Are we gonna do the picks from right there? Let's do it.
Yeah. Here,
The
because
picks
he's
from here.
we
All
got
right.
the mic shared. I rolled the die
Too
behind
cool.
the scenes already, and it came up with 1, and 1 is on the left, and that is 5 through 3, which is that's you, Batu.
Yeah.
So Batu gets first ban. What do you guys want to avoid?
Okay, we want to avoid prospec wildcard track.
Pro,
Okay.
Wildcard.
spec.
That's the
Wildcard.
tiebreaker for the other guys. Just block these like this. Beautiful.
All right, that is locked in. Wildcard, pro spec. Yeah, the team. Other team obviously really good on. I mean, both teams are both really good on both tracks, but I think a lot of these teams have been doing their homework. Might have more to
Right,
say about
Static,
that. in a bit,
yeah.
But yeah, let's go to turn over to Static.
Yeah, we certainly did our homework as well. So we'd like to ban the Tiny Whoop normal track.
Tiny
Ooh.
Whoop.
They
Weekly.
were undefeated 3-0 on
Out
that
of
track
the
through
running.
the season and through what am I trying to say, through the regular season and the playoffs. 3-0. All right, so it's gonna be a pick for Batu.
We want to pick Time Trainer regular track.
All right,
Ooh, the
Tiny Trainer Cup,
classic.
Yeah, that's the class.
That was our
best
team.
track.
That was our team's favorite. We wanted to always fly that because somehow I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I think-
the best track.
Between these 4 teams in these finals, that's the most racetrack. It's definitely the most racetrack between these 2 teams, with 533 going 3-1 on it and Maverick West going 3-2 on it. So this is going to be a battle there on
Yeah,
the
that
Tiny
was
Trainer
super
Cup.
interesting. I mean, these
But they
teams
never
are
matched
insane.
up. All right,
All right. Going to static.
Static.
What do you guys want to fly on static?
We'd love to race the original prospec.
Let's go. What a fun
Ooh,
track to watch.
Spec original, and it is on. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say this might come down to tiebreaker. So
Well, also,
we
I'll throw this
have-
out. Maverick has only raced that track once, as far as my data shows. So that's wild. They must feel good about it and have been getting banned on it. I mean, they
We
do
saw
have.
this ban coming.
Yeah, I
I could say we
see.
planned accordingly.
All right.
All right. Well, we have 3 tracks left that are not either Tiny Trainer or Pro. There is Wild Card Open.
Yep. Open. The
Why
regular
are there 2
open.
Wild Card Opens?
Well, remember the one is
Oh, there's one.
the
There's an
vintage
old
one.
There's an old
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
The vintage one. So there's
Yeah.
regular open, there's Wild Card Open, and then there's Tiny Trainer Giant
No,
Track.
tiny whoop.
Sorry, Tiny Whoop, the giant one, the big hanger.
Yeah.
Right? Wild
Yep.
Card,
The-
Tiny Trainer.
Mhm.
Tiny Whoop. Okay,
Yep.
so I need a 3-way. Can you do a 3-way randomization? If it's number 1, it's the weekly open. If it's number 2, it's gonna be the Wild Card Open, and if it's number 3, it's gonna be the Tiny Whoop remaining in the pool, which is the
You want me to do
weekly
it?
Wild Card. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've
I'm
the ability
ready.
to do it.
I can do it. I can do it on Google.
Yeah.
I've got a 1 to
Give me
3.
one.
Ready?
Yeah, let's have it.
It's a 3. Was that the tiny whoop?
That is Tiny Wild Card Tiny Whoop. So this
Oh
is gonna
my
be,
god.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh, that doesn't sound like a good sound.
No,
Either
we
pilot.
practiced for it. We're good.
Oh boy.
Well, if we both don't know it, we are even.
Yeah.
Oh no.
potentially.
I think they know
They
it.
practiced though. Well, let's see how this goes down. I mean, we're only gonna see that one if it gets.
Oh
tied
boy,
up
I
after
hit-
2, so we got.
I hit the random number generator again just for fun, and it was 3 again. So Destiny
sure.
wants it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna roll to see which track is coming first. Track number 1, that is the Tiny Trainer Cup. So we're gonna start on Tiny Trainer. start smallish, and then we're gonna go track number 2 will be Pro Cup weekly, and then track number 3 will be Wild Card Tiny Hoop for the tiebreaker. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just
so 1 is
even
Tiny Trainer Original, 2 is
double-check
the original Pro Spec, and 3 would be the tiebreaker Tiny Whoop Wildcard.
Interesting.
Yeah, this
Every
is I
track
don't
is
think we've seen
different,
this
tonight.
particular lineup. It's a pretty unique one. It's going to be anybody's game here. And again, we talked a little bit about what this is at stake for the other 2 teams. For these 2 teams, they are already first and second in the world for this.
Oh. Oh shit! Hey, Fairy. Sorry, I just killed your sound by accident. My bad, brother.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
did the. I heard
much
there was
did
a
we hear?
hum. I heard there's a hum on the stream, so I'm trying to fix it.
How much did we lose?
Just the last like 20 seconds or less. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll give the TLDR, which is what's at stake here. Is these
Okay.
teams are flying for first and second position. Already a really amazing teams, really amazing pilots. The worst they can do is second place in the world in the 2025 VRL season 11. But obviously, both of these teams want to be first, so we're gonna see what happens as we go into these matches. Yeah, what do you think? Should we start pulling some folks into a lobby? We can go.
I don't think we
let's go
can.
back to match 1, track 1, and we are looking at Open Cup Weekly.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that scene didn't have any music on it, so I think we're seeing
6 different tracks.
I think we are. I think you're right.
We're seeing 6 different
Yeah,
tracks.
Yeah,
that's 6 of our 8 tracks, guys, that are
really
in
good.
the finals pool.
Super
Super
the first
cool.
couple weeks we did this, it was like everyone was playing the same tracks, but this is great.
I wonder how much that late post of the records from every team affected people's decision making when I posted that like an hour ago.
Oh,
Yeah, if anybody saw that and changed their mind.
I think.
All right,
Yeah,
I hope. Yeah, so yeah, we've got
a
best of
lobbies. I
okay,
guess,
great.
Batman's rounding up the troops. We
is
can
the
look at the
first
teams.
match?
If you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to if you
yeah.
go teams page, we can talk about some of these pilots where they're coming
There
from.
they are.
This. Alright, this should be.
Yeah, I see people joining the room. We're getting ready to race.
Wait, this is. Why does it say? What's happened? What's happened?
Oh, you're on the. Oh, it's not loading for some reason, huh? Did you switch those? You did switch it, huh?
Yo.
Weird.
Try refresh on your side because it looks correct on mine. So you might just need to
Okay,
refresh that.
I'll refresh it. Yep, I'll fix
source
it.
in the Maverick
V-Man.
scoring.
Yeah.
In the
Who's
Maverick
talking to
pilot
me?
engine.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to distract
Do you hear it when I'm not
another
talking? Because I'm on
big
push
input.
to talk. So it's, if you hear it when I'm not
I have
talking, it's
an
probably
idea.
not me. If you hear it when
I'm
I'm
gonna
talking,
put
it's
crisp
probably me.
on my incoming audio because it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All joining
All right, while he's debugging that, we have
pretty
the
loud.
correct teams pulled up on the screen. The match up for 3rd and 4th place, we see on the left flying for Din Drones East. In the East, we have Valprim and Sturman flying out of Russia, 2 of these kind of new, really amazing Russian pilots. We have Nate, who we heard from doing the picks and bans. We've heard from a lot this season, flying out of Israel. Had a holiday recently, so we're curious to see how warm he is. He's been really punching above his weight a lot. I have a feeling that could continue. Spooky flying out of France, and Claybrain I think is a scratch. I think I say that every week, but who knows? I just say his name because he was here for some races at the beginning. And then
I screwed it up again. Hang on. I was trying to fix it.
okay, how much do we got? How much we got?
You're good. You're good. Nope. Just there. You're
Okay.
we're fine.
So yeah, we talked. So we just had a look at the Dindrons pilots. Where the 533 pilots flying out of the west are Colby Curtola SFPV, none other than the creator of VRL himself, leading up this team from the U.S. we have Febi Chris, who I think is joining us all the way from Indonesia. So he's flying a little bit out of conference, but like G-Man said earlier, that's totally allowed if they want to fly at an insane time of the day. Though actually, I think he's the one pilot consistently, season over season, that doesn't really have a great time. Being in Indonesia, it's a really hard time zone. And then Big Ramon from Mexico, but probably flying out of California. I think he lives near us now. And Kuzitron Flyrat from the US as well. All these pilots really good stats because they are the tops of their particular leagues. So yeah, it's really gonna be interesting to see how these teams do against each other, not having faced off before.
For sure. I think hopefully I cleaned up the hum on your audio. I think I did. And make sure my mic's still good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, so I just put noise suppression in on Twitch. I mean, sorry, inside of OBS because I don't have another good solution right now. You sound fine to me on my headphones in Discord, so I don't really understand how it could
maybe
be
it's
bad.
an output.
Yeah. Okay, well,
if are multiple people hearing it? Is it Colby set up?
Our things have changed a lot. John is broadcasting from Turkey, so a lot is different.
I have Batu's gigabit fiber.
Oh, that's great.
Istanbul gigabit.
Nice. All right, so
how are we doing on the grid?
We're getting the room going. This is going to be our first track of the day. These teams are going to race to 4 track wins, so we could see up to 7 heats, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to pull out our, oops, wrong button. We'll go back to the racing, and then let's get our pop-up here. There we are. We're on the side of the screen now. Beautiful. Yeah, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and change this to be the...
I'm ready to go whenever you are.
I'm looking behind the scenes here, and actually Drone East looks like they've had a little bit of a rough go on this track. In the past, they actually lost it to Demon East in week 1, but that was a long time ago. Lots changed since then. People have learned a lot of tracks since then. So
yep, we've all grown up a lot since breakfast, you know. Let's go. So looks like we're going to be starting here in just about 60 seconds. So
just as I say that, I go to the week 2 and they sweep open.
Yeah.
They flew it again. Oh, they lost it 2 out of 5. So it's interesting.
They've flown a lot, yeah.
They won it 3 out of 4. So they've flown this track a lot. So actually, they have good experience on this track. So it might come down to the consistency for them. Okay.
Let me. Yep. I just gotta set up my.
Volpern and SFPV are going to be right on each other here.
Yeah, so we're also watching, we're going to be able to see on the screen, at the top of your screen, you'll see a running score for who has the current track lead. The center numbers that you see will show how many heats they've won. And then during the racing, we're going to see numbers. We'll point them out when it happens, but that's going to show how many positions a team is ahead by. So, if everything goes according to plan here, things like to not work when you need them to work, but everything should be working, and we're excited to see it happen right now. So Batman, whenever these pilots are ready, we're ready to watch, I think. So.
Yep, all ready.
All right, here we go, guys. So this is it. The first race of the finals World Championship day. 5 seconds until they're flying, and we're going to get to an external camera.
Yeah, here we go, and they are off.
Got to abort.
SFPV's going to abort, yep.
Test.
Yep.
Run.
Everything works.
The launcher is working, confirmed.
Yep.
Fabi must have come in and I forgot to put him in.
It's okay.
I gotta get these pilots screwed up.
Yeah,
gives me a chance to make sure everything's working on my end. It looks like it is. In the bottom corner of your screen, you'll see a first-person view of whichever pilot we're watching on the left there. So that was I am a spectator. Big Ramon's a spectator too. He needs to restart.
Yeah,
all right.
We gotta restart?
Oh, we've only been doing this for 8 weeks, so can't expect anybody to know how to do it yet. Oh, did you get him? Did you get Big Ramon?
Yep.
Okay. All right, they're off. We're watching. currently riding along. Look, it looks like the blue team. So both teams only flying 4 pilots today. Both teams kind of have a missing 5th pilot a bunch throughout the season. Sherman goes down pretty far back. SFPV now and Febicris into 2nd and 3rd. But they're going to need Kuzitron to pull up into 6th or 5th place, or SFPV's going to have to pass Valprim. And Valprim's pretty cracked. We're going to hop on with Valprim as he's out front. Going through this split S dive section. Now he's going to do the back loop. Quick through the window. SFPV 2 seconds back around SFPV now as he chases him down. He's about to do the little loop around this. Then through the sweeper hurdle slalom, ladder down. And then here's one of the more interesting parts of the track. Up and through the dive in the through the bando and back around to the start finish here as he comes around the back. 1 position now. Big Ramon 7 seconds back, so it's really going to come down to SFPV. It's up to Valprim to make a mistake, but he's got 3 seconds of padding. Nate
Big
now.
Seconds.
He got past. Big Ramon has to pull off a 11-second move now. So
yeah, Big Ramon a couple pilots back. So
let's
Din
watch
Drones right now up by 2 pilots, needs to make
SFPV.
2 passes here. Febicris dropping back, so now Din Drones leading by 3 pilot positions. Unless there is a major change in this last part of the lap 3, it looks like Din Drones is going to take heat number 1. And the
gap did close a little bit at the back of the field, so Ramon was making strides. Shaking off the nerves here. That's 1 point in the good. I got to put these results in real quick, and we'll get going again quickly. We're gonna run these heats pretty much back to back. That's what we've been doing all season. Here we go.
SFPV and Febicris were sitting really comfortably in 2 and 3. I mean, Valprim did make a mistake with opening the door a little bit. It's just that Din Drones had all of the positions after that, so 4, 5, and 6 until Big Ramon got up into 6 for a little bit, which made it super close for a little bit, and then I saw Din Drones turn the tide there at the end.
Yeah, so the results should have just popped up on the screen there.
They are updated. 1 heat point goes to Din Drones. We are racing to 1st to 7 today, so as soon as one of those says 4, that team will win a track.
Yeah, and what
specifically.
Yep, and one thing you can note here is that this is Din Drones' pick. So they got their first, I'm pretty sure it's their pick. This is their first heat point. So they're expecting themselves to win here. But I think, 533 would love to steal this from them right now. So let's see if they can do it. I'm ready when you are, guys. Let's send it. All right. Here they go. They're off. We were watching from above as all the pilots launched. And now we're going to watch SFPV in a bit of a... We're going to watch them in a head-to-head view here. Let's see if it works. World Championship. Too long. I'll have to turn that off.
2025. But it's pretty exciting. I mean, it's pretty epic. We could miss some action.
Right
now we saw a little bit of a commanding start from Din Drones, but this time it's even more commanding, up by 8, now 6 pilot positions.
3 pilots.
You're making up a little ground there. Now back by 6, but still it was quite a big deficit.
Febby must have had a showstopper crash because he's pretty far back right now. But Big Ramon now passing Spooky. So if Febby can grind his way back, I mean, 1-2 is a guaranteed. So it's really, we're watching SFPV and Valprim on the left, the leader on the far left, and the first hope of 533 on the right.
Yep, we're on to lap number 3, last lap for these pilots as Din Drone continues to hold by 7 positions, a pretty commanding lead. P1 and P2 is a win, and they are sitting in 1, 2, and 3, so they have some breathing room. That, probably don't have to really go crazy right now.
Yeah, if I was their coach, if there was a spotter, I'd be telling them just stay clean, stay calm.
You never know with these teams whether how much they're following or just flying their own race. Different styles from everybody, but that looks like
they're pushing
across.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You don't see it too often.
Yep, that is 3 across the line for Din Drones, giving them heat point number 2. 2 more like that, and they are going to they're going to have run away with track 1, actually.
But it's not even close to over yet.
I mean, 533 was in striking distance. They were only 1 position back, and they were catching up. So I think it's, if 533 can clean it up and get some reverse momentum going, we could see these scores get a little bit closer here.
Yep. Yeah, they got to shake that one off because clearly they had some issues early on and Febby couldn't get it back. So I'm going to go back to the other view here and we'll get ready to race. All right.
Ready to race.
I'm ready when you are. Let's send it.
So it's a best of 5, yes?
No, 7. That's a 7. Yep.
7.
Best of 7.
Yeah, so first to get 4
All the
heat wins.
finals.
We're watching from above right now as all these drones streak along. Man, the 3 leaders from SFPV now in the mix, interrupting in front of Nady here, but the Din Drones guys are here ready to race open class. They are locked in.
Well,
Yeah,
Valkyrie
they're really
Sherman.
good at open class.
Yeah, we're going to hop on. SFPV in second place chasing, but the rest of the field needs to show up. Febby Chris needs to be further up. He needs to be challenging Nate and Sturman. And right now he's at the back of the field, basically. Oh, SFPV goes down.
This is Din Drone's track pick, so clearly they're very confident on this if they want this to be one of their 2 main tracks out of 8. And it is showing right now. It'll be interesting to see if this momentum continues, what happens in track 2. I don't want to call it out yet, but 8 is a pretty commanding position on heat point number 3 here.
Yeah, we're going to watch a side-by-side of Sturman and Valprim, the 2 leaders right now from the same team here, because they got 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Valprim's putting on a masterclass in the front is Valprim. Beautiful exit of that dive. And now Sturman coming into the dive next to see how Sturman pulls it off. And then we're going to hop back to the teammates. Yeah, let's go back to Nate and Spooky. Spooky goes down, though. Nate passes him. SFPV passes both of them.
SFPV getting up to P3.
SFPV makes the pass.
Couple gates.
That was
Not
crazy.
enough, but it really ate away at their lead there at the end.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That just goes to show you any little bobble, and you can have a full switcheroo here.
That was an exciting finish. I'm sure SFPV's glad to have pulled back in front of those guys. Nate saying he felt him. Let me put these results in, and we're ready.
Severick, I got Severick in the Twitch chat cheering on Ramon, and
jeez, I had an extra copy of your video here.
cheering on. Oh really?
I think I pasted in the I think I pasted in OBS when I meant to paste in the spreadsheet or something. All right, well, heat 4.
This is it. This is heat point, track point for Din Drones to win track number 1. If they get this done, this heat, they're going to take this track and be on a commanding start to get that podium position, 3rd place. Anything can happen. Ooh, look at this. Din Drones only up by 1. This is the closest race we've seen so far. SFPV gets the pass. That puts 5-3-3 up into the mix. SFPV and Sturman trading places. For,
one
the
position
win,
away.
for the heat win.
So it's really going to be if Sturman can hold on or if Spooky can make a pass and get his team more breathing room. So as long as the 5-3-3 guys can hold on, and now it is. There it is. That's the first pass change. Let's get on that.
Look at those numbers on the right side. 1/10 of a second trailing is.
Yeah.
SFP is just right on him. If
we're
he
punched
can
in.
Keep it clean and find a pass.
Oh my God, they're together in this dual view.
Kuzi dropping back a little bit. Spooky getting up into the mix in P6, giving Din Drones breathing room. Oh, getting another
Ramon
pass
drops
here.
back too. So now it's going to be a taller order for those front runners from 533. Febby finally doing what he needs to do, but Kuzi and Big Ramon kind of.
Ooh, SFPV still battling Sturman here. Look at this.
But he hits the
They're
top
on top of each other. It's gonna. He got a little clip, and now he's a 1.5 back. Good recovery from SFPV.
Sturman flying excellent.
It's gonna be enough.
I think Sturman
put his tail lights. I mean, this is a pretty crashy part of the track. The race is not done.
Absolutely.
Until these piles finish. And
I think Sturman's put in the time this week.
Won too. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looking pretty solid. I mean, SFPV's looking like a machine though. He's right there with him.
I mean, SFPV is the VRL machine. You know, the original.
Yeah, totally.
He used to host this thing and race all by himself.
Well, that was track one. That was track 1 for podium matchup.
Yeah, let's go to the scores here real quick.
We're gonna see 533 back battling Din Drones not next, but the one after that.
Barry, I'm only seeing 3. Oh, I didn't put the results in. I'm only seeing 3 results.
Oh yeah,
Here we go. Yeah,
goes into Maverick.
That's on me.
Engine.
Yeah. So.
And
yeah,
1-1-1. I mean, so what did we see there? We saw Valprim going 1-1-1. 1. And Sherman 3-2-2-2. So the dynamic Russian duo looking like they're really holding strong for their team, and Nate also continuing to punch above his weight. It's tier 3 as well.
So here we are, and we are looking at the Maverick scoreboard here, and I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about Maverick real quick while we get an interview set up in this room and get the pilots in the next thing. So since 1994, Maverick Inspections provided specialized inspection services to all industries across Western Canada. Maverick deploys drones, crawlers, underwater ROVs, video probes, other robotic systems to solve difficult inspection problems. Maverick also gathers and provides high-quality data with geomatic and geotechnical instruments such as robotic total stations, RTK, ground-penetrating radar, EM locating, LiDAR, magnetometry, and more. Maverick services range from industrial inspections to utility locates and imaging, mapping and modeling of both subsurface and above-ground structures. They're based in Sherwood Park, Alberta. Maverick is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and operated. You check them out, maverickinspection.com.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my translated version of that, which is they make these really cool drones of all shapes and sizes that go in weird places. Like, I think they have drones that can go in pipes. They have drones that can go in gutters.
Yep.
Go in lakes, sewer systems, up walls. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and they do all sorts of mapping and stuff. Very cool. They help
really
people
fun.
figure things out. Above my pay grade. Nice. So yeah, we've got they are our partner for. I'm sure they do interferometry. If it's got a metry in it or a big word, they probably do it. So
That's right.
Yeah.
So I just jumped us over to match number 2, track 1, so we can see on this scoreboard. Refresh who is coming up now. We have again.
Let's go.
Atu, Dima, Chirp, Jazz Mutant, and WikiWix flying for.
Ooh. Why? I don't know why it's being so laggy.
Normally.
Do you know that I never actually refreshed it
before? Refreshes it.
We have SFPD here for the interview.
Okay, let's hop over.
All right, let's have a word with SFPB.
SFPB, you were racing on their track, the open class track, and they definitely sent it pretty hard. How are you guys feeling after that?
I mean, we thought they'd beat us there, but not that badly.
Yep.
You know, it's East versus West, a little tricky because the team balancings are different for each division.
Mm-hmm.
So their 2 seed is pretty much a 1 seed in the Western Division.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and I'll point out that he also.
It's kind of it's.
Sturman also flew outstanding. He's not always that consistent. He flew extremely consistent today, and then
he's got some cracked out times on the leaderboards.
Yep, he's very fast. So yeah, Febby had a little bit of trouble early in some races, which really makes it hard after that happens. And yeah, so great.
But
it's a good showing.
We'll give him a go on the tiny trainer. I think we can beat him on that.
Can't wait.
These wildcard tracks are anyone's game, I think.
Yeah, you're feeling confident in that? I mean, it's a really long track, a lot of really tough parts, a very different spec, which I think, it could be.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I think I can. It's gonna. I don't know if I can beat Valpram. He's pretty fast, so Febby's gonna have to try to beat Sherman.
Yeah, and so you guys take 2-3, 2-3-5 or
but
something.
Their 3-4s are super fast, so it's hard for our guys to feel like they have a chance.
Yeah, Nate's an extremely strong.
We saw you. I don't know if you're following the stream, but you were leading two of those heats. You guys were either 1 point back or 1 point up for portions of laps. So it is doable.
That's good. That's good to know.
The last
not
heat,
following, but
probably it's hard to follow what you're playing, right? So,
I just heard about saying we're ahead. I'm like, how do you just fly?
Yeah.
Focus.
God, don't yell at us when we're flying.
Okay, so clearly there was
great.
stream.
That's
also,
great.
how are you paying attention to the scoring while you're racing?
Yep.
Spin Drones East are one of the top teams when it comes to open class.
Yeah,
sure. We're not demoralized completely, but we're getting there.
Well, you got one more
We'll
chance.
see how this first seat goes on the tiny trainer. That'll tell pretty much how it's gonna go.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll see that.
Tiny trainer, they're not as good.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah, the East hasn't flown the wild cards really at all this season. So.
And when they did, I beat him on it. I was flying that
Yeah.
wild card. Nice. Yeah, man. Well, believe in yourself. Use your fingers.
I'm curious to see how this next match goes. I'm gonna be following this one.
Yeah. Well,
I'm rooting for our Western Conference brethren.
yeah, I think it definitely would be an upset for West to win, but I think if there's a team that can do it, it's this Maverick West team. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm holding the tiny trainer right here. Look at that. You're gonna race these next race. Pretty cool.
Yep, that
luck,
is
guys.
what you have coming up next. So
yep.
should we jump into
Picks and bands?
So just take a look at this team.
Thanks,
we could look at picks and
aggressive
bands.
TV.
We could look at teams.
All right.
We are
Yep.
going on to. Yeah, thanks, SB. Go get your.
Can someone move me? I
spectacles
can't
on.
take my hands off the sticks.
All right.
I got him.
So I don't know why. I don't know why this pop-up is. I don't know why it's not refreshing. So, I can try and go and manually refresh it, but I have to hop over. I can do it. I got an idea.
Yeah, you could try to do it.
So yeah,
it's okay. I mean, we could come back to it too. We could just.
Yeah, I have no idea how it fixed itself earlier. So let me try.
Yeah, the scoreboard updated instantly.
Yeah. Is it the same? Is it a different page by chance? That's referencing.
No, because we got it to update earlier.
Okay.
Let me try to change again. Maybe it's like
yeah.
It's
Just kick it
in the butt.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Or do you have to change it on a different sheet?
Ready, yeah?
We've got everybody in. Let's talk about the picks and bands real quick. We're gonna be seeing. Actually, never mind.
Yeah,
We
let's go
know
picks
whose
and
bands.
bands.
Is. Okay, I'll go there.
We are gonna race on Up Now Tiny Trainer Cup. This is the original Tiny Trainer Cup. It was a qualifier. We saw it a lot in the round robin season.
Mm-hmm.
Popular pick when we got to the bracket. So a lot of these pilots were really comfortable on this track.
Yeah, I'd say this was every team's like comfort pick, right? If they weren't sure how they were going to fare against the other team, this was the one. Let's see how we match up. This is like the purest racetrack that we have, just in the sense of like the speed of the drones and the track itself. I don't know if it's my favorite track in race, but for a while it was. And then, yeah, I think everybody just kind of feels comfortable on it, right? It doesn't have anything like crazy.
This is my favorite track this season for sure.
Yeah, I think I don't have the stats, but I think it's by far the most played, most picked, least.
Most played.
I don't know if it's the least banned, but it definitely was the most.
I think we only saw somebody ban it once the entire.
Yeah. I think my team may have banned it against the team. I don't know. We were getting beat on it. But
No, we got banned on it a time or two because.
Yeah, you guys are
Our
strong.
team never lost a single race on this track.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. We'll have to compile all the stats for every team after. So yeah, so are we? You say we're almost ready? Okay, cool. I'm gonna hop over to the right screen, and I got to change my auto director. Yeah, we still got the wrong matchup on the screen. I don't know what's going on with that. Barry, is it right on the spreadsheet?
Let me check that. Also, lock in 533 to the Team A position in the scoring engine.
Easy peasy. And then I'm just gonna set up the auto director and we're ready. Well, let's hold and try and get those matchups fixed real quick. Tiny trainer. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go to my side. It's updated on my side. So
weird. Let me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it back in real quick. We're just gonna take 2 seconds to fix this. We call it pilot cards, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fixed on my spreadsheet. I'm gonna fix it. All right. Interesting. We're living in the age of
I'm just going to take a peek through some of these results here while we are getting this sorted out.
Okay, I found it.
Done on this track in the past. Tiny Trainer Cup. For week 1, Batu went 1-1-1 on this track.
Cool.
Let's see how Valbrim and... Oh, no, we're not running Valbrim. We're looking for Raspberry,
Yeah, we can see them here. These international teams. We've got... What is that? 2 Russians, right? I've got it on this sheet. On
Israel, France, and US.
Yeah. Cool.
Raspberry's on 15 straight wins. from last week.
Last week. That's a great thing to point out.
Goodness.
Raspberry hasn't tasted defeat in a minute. Let's see if... Wait, Valprim and Sturman are not facing against them. How did that not fully refresh? Let me fix that.
They're probably two different, but...
They are, but I thought it would have refreshed everything. It's a cache refresh thing. We've never had this problem, guys. Welcome to the championship, you know.
Yeah, we're looking for...
Is there a way to refresh the cache on everything? There it is.
I could not tell you, but I'm going to take a peek behind the scenes here. Yeah, Raspberry went 1-1-1
I've got
on
it.
this.
Yeah.
Batu's gone 1-1 on this. So this is just, there's just no data for this situation.
So here we go. Then now it's fixed.
Oracle leaderboard.
Batu's team now. We're talking about the correct team facing off against Maverick. The 533. That's a Turkish pilot and a Russian pilot, right? And then what is that? Estonian? Or where am I?
Estonia.
Yep.
Georgia.
And then Germany.
Germany.
Got my world flag quiz on, and I think I've learned as we go. Yeah, very good looking crew. We're excited to see it. We are starting any minute. I think we're ready for you, Batman. Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
And they're off through the start of this race. Boom. Raspberry needs to pull up it for his team. They're down. Right now we're watching as...
Oh, Raspberry made a mistake.
Yeah, he's feeling a little bit of pressure. He's up against pilots that are his speed or faster. A lot of the times he has a little room to breathe in the Western Conference. But it's really going to come down to Raspberry being able to get in front, and then Static and Free and Cool Whip, you know, stealing some spots from Chirp and Batu. I mean, Chirp and Dima. But in this case, Batu's behind Dima. Raspberry now. Yeah, so we're going to hop on with Raspberry as he's going through the start-finish. And now he's in front, and we're under the ground as the camera geeks out. Here goes Raspberry. Beautiful ladder. Going to the little dive twist, but he's got Dima on his tail. We're racing 3 laps here, and they're on the 3rd lap.
Yeah, we saw Raspberry climb all the way up into P1, but still 2 positions back with the rest of the team holding 2, 3, 4.
Spooky isn't French. He's from the US. That's a mistake that was never fixed. Okay.
A mistake that was never corrected.
Hey, maybe he uses a VPN or something.
Did he speak French? Did he take France in high school?
Yeah.
Did he pick France when he signed up for Leicester?
Uh-huh. Does he say bon appetit when he's at a restaurant?
We'll go ahead and get that corrected for season 12. In the meantime, we are going to give heat point number 1 to 533. We saw them leading 1 and 2, Batu and Dima in P1 and P2 for a really long time until Raspberry sort of reeled them in and got the pass. But it wasn't enough for Team Maverick West with Static and Free sitting behind Dima, Batu, and Chirp. So let's get that locked in.
Yeah, it's coming in. Give me 2 seconds here.
And see.
What is... Okay, let's talk. What's the path to victory here for them? They need to see, you know, Raspberry ended up in first. So we need to see Static get up 2 spots, essentially, or Cool Whip or Free make a play on Chirp also. So Static and if let's say Static and Free could just beat Chirp, that would have been a win for them.
I mean, I'm looking at these times in the back of the pack here. Chirp with a 76, Static with a 79, Free with a 80. If Chirp had a major crash, a 4-second crash is not that. That is not that crazy.
Yeah,
he is dropping back 2, and then the tide is turning. So let's be curious to see how the rest of these play out.
Results are in. Let's send it. These guys are staying warm. Let me get my camera set up here.
Specialists on this track.
All right, we're watching from above, and we're gonna cut in down low here in a second. Oh, they're spinning. Bam, Batu on the ladder. Laddering left. Let's see how he does this little dive twist. In and out. He's got Raspberry right on him. Let's go head to head with Raspberry here. I think I broke something. Head to head with Raspberry on the right. Batu on the left. Batu the leader by just a little bit. Oh, it's less than a Oh my God, they're trading now. 0.00, I'm sorry, 0.02, 0.01, less than 100th of a second, or about 100th of a second at times here. We're well within under a tenth.
Every gate.
Yeah, every gate they're trading. Batu and Raspberry. Absolutely crazy. So, but we still the story where Free and Static need to do more work for their team here from the back.
We make the mistake.
This was... I can't remember. Whose pick was this? This was the...
It was 533's pick.
It was. Okay. So this was the track they wanted, and they're currently winning on it. And that's it. That was man, it just happened so fast. It felt like the second lap to me. But that was lap 3.
That was wild. I was actually watching on 240 hertz, giant 32-inch monitor over here. Batu absolutely crushing it behind the scenes. Holding P1 for a really long time. Raspberry did this thing he did Heat 1 again, where he kind of climbed up and then made the pass there. A little bit of a ball from Batu dropping back to P3, but 2-3-4 again gives 5-3-3 a little bit of a buffer on that win. So
Yeah.
they are up to 2 more like that.
I mean,
they're gonna take away track 1.
yeah,
Maverick 5-3 is gonna want to reverse the momentum and get a reverse sweep going here if they want to take this track back.
Wow. So what's crazy too is they were so close to each other for so long. Like there was so much of that track where Batu and Raspberry were like the same drone. But then Raspberry just absolutely just continued that breakneck pace on the 3rd lap. And Batu must have fallen off slightly because 71.6, I guess, is a second faster than Batu's PB, is what he's saying. So, all right, 533 is up 2-0, 533 East. Batu's freestyling right now on the left of your screen. We're going to go back to the other view. All right.
Ready to start?
Let's go. We're watching the start-finish as Dima launches here with everybody else on his tail. Blue and green trails abound. Into the tight technical section near the stairwell, then into the fun ladder up. And to the tunnel section. We go down and around. Up the right sweeper, then this beautiful section where we do this cool slalom through these 2 gates. Back around to the start-finish. And there they go. That's the start-finish gate. And actually change that camera.
Well, lap 1 was a lot closer this time with the scoring position actually trading places a little bit with Static and Cool Whip sitting in a position a little bit higher, but since then Chirp and the gang have climbed back up into what we've seen them do twice in a row now, which is 2-3-4. So if they pull out this breathing room,
Freeze there?
Oh. 5 seconds.
Okay,
Static
so
closing on turf.
yeah, I'm gonna hop over there. We're gonna watch Static here. He's closing, but it's the end of the racetrack. It's running out. That position is not enough. We need him and Free to make that pass. Oh, and he goes down trying to, but he had to go for the pass there, so he went all out.
Yeah.
All right, in the regular season,
For them, they're a couple points back, and if they don't get those positions, that's losing the point anyway. So
Batu complimenting Raspberry on his insane times he's putting in.
yeah, these 71s. What the heck?
Yeah, consistent 71s is nutty. Okay. I have the results in, but I'm going to take 2 seconds. I want to make sure I have a camera selection that's... The line they all have for the chimney dive flows is
you have this for a bit? Are you good?
Yeah, I have
RB.
this, yep. Okay, this is camera 7, perfect. I'm going to go to the overhead during the ending. I'm changing the director. All right, I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Let's send him. Heat 4. In the regular season, this match would be already over.
Just Batu, Dima, and Chirp have not made a mistake at all.
Yeah, it's actually absolutely crazy. And Raspberry, but right now, Batu's further back, but he's going to chew his way up in this crowd. We're riding along with Raspberry. I almost want to just give us a first-person view on Raspberry as we watch a full lap. Here we go. Let's watch the Master in action and see if we can maybe jinx some beautiful drop under that gate. It's a line I never actually adopted. Oh my god, he's tight to that. He does the ladder the same way I do, which I personally think is actually fastest if you do it right. I don't just do it because it's like easier. I do it because I think it's the faster way. Beautiful line there. Look at this. Raspberry just absolutely into the finish section and then onto another lap. Now let's hop on back to the auto director mode and we're gonna look at the back of the field. Static now in front of Chirp. That makes it a still a 3-point game because Chirp took it back. And Jasmine's into 6th, trading with Free. Free now back up. So Static is chasing. He's on 2 pilots. If Static can make this pass, they're still alive. Epic. Static and Free. Free coming along.
Static needed to pass Chirp.
Yeah, they kind of needed to both pass him. It was a closer on. It looks further on paper. Can we change the scoring system so 1-5-6 wins? Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how it works. I think 2-3-5. I mean, 2-3-4 is pretty strong. I mean, winning. There's no weighted position. There's no weight to the winning drone. Unfortunately, it's just straight up. I respect the question.
Next track up.
All right, I'm burning up. It's so hot in this room. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I think I'm gonna take it off here in a second. Oh, turn my camera off here. And let's hop over to the score. Take a look at the results there. VRL World Championship brought to you by Multi-GP, Velocidrone, and the rest of our sponsors, who include Maverick Inspection, presenting these stats and our scoreboard for you. And 2 teams in this league, including the team there that you just saw fight for their life and not make it. But yeah, so that was closer than it looks in a 4-0. The chimney, he barely even sees it. I like it. Broken Data saying, what chimney? Yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's there and then it's gone as soon as he dives through it. I don't know if you guys have hopped on this track yet, but it's a very fun track to race. So it's up live in the Sim Official. I think we're going to be getting an interview from Maverick here in a moment. And we're getting the other group ready to race. Yeah. All right, I'm going to take off this hot sweatshirt. So if you want to see some really epic racing, last week's racing was super exciting. So you can tune in, you can go ahead and check out the conference championship from last week, where teams were racing inside their conference where they had already raced each other a bunch, and we were watching the absolute finals. It's a very long broadcast because we had to run 2 races and then a final race. But yeah, so here we are. I've got somebody in the room with me. Let's see who it is. I've got Raspberry.
Hello.
I think you're on an 18 each win streak, according to.
We're doing okay.
Batman. Yeah, we definitely could say you're doing okay. Let me pull this up. I'm just gonna fix this so it says says your name and shows your face. Beautiful, and we'll see some of your stats. All right, so yeah, I saw you asking for a scoring change. Unfortunately, we can't change it mid.
Sorry, Jim,
you can't bend the rules.
Microphone sounds different,
Oh,
like echoey.
fixing it. It was on my shirt that I took off.
Way better.
Thank you so much for that. All right, we fixed it. Mic's back on. Cool. Raspberry is definitely goated. Raspberry showing up. I love it. We got to have like an all-star match, like in a couple months or something, and bring back the tier 1s and 2s from every team for like a crazy, do like a draft. So yeah, so man, what are you thinking? That was their pick. Your pick is up next.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I think we've got a strong chance. Like Free. I mean, all of our guys have improved so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like it's it was rough that that tiny trainer.
Yeah.
They was that's a serious performance. Like I mean, what, like Dima and Batu laying down 72 nines on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Their entire team was super consistent there. So, yeah, like I would have struggled to be in their mix, you know, which is crazy. So, at least consistently, you know, like every heat they did it. So yeah.
But going into our specialty now.
Yeah,
You
guys are on the Pro Cup, right? Next, I can't wait. We love watching it. We love watching you guys. You've been putting on a show. You should be super proud. Yeah.
It's intense. It's intense. It's
I bet.
Going what 70? Is it how long is that? 90, 70?
Oh yeah, that's a
straight.
For sure. One of the longest tracks. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely like pixel perfect, like turns. It's rough. It is. It's consistency is not easy on this one.
Yep. I think that you might have some breathing room on this track versus these guys, but we'll see. But you know, I don't think you have another gear besides pixel perfect. So.
Well, we'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Yeah. Well, good luck, man. I'm excited to see you guys.
Thanks,
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny. One of the Twitch chat just now was talking about your beautiful line through the chimney, and then one of them was like, "What chimney?" Because you can't even see it when you do it. It's pretty great. Well, fantastic work, man.
Hopefully, we can take it to the third map. I think it'll be very fun to play that wildcard tiny trainer, tiny whoop. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I can't. I hope you guys do. I'll be rooting for you. So looking forward to it. And Ferry could always, you know, distract Batu. He's right next to him.
yeah.
All right. Well,
it's an option, but trying not to take it.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you warm up, and yeah, we're gonna make sure that this race is on 2 laps. Hopefully, I wonder for this next one. All right. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Right, thanks,
Thank you,
man.
Raspberry. You're amazing, man. Thanks. Later. All right. So let's look at this this matchup here. Hey, it's still not working. I have to fix the cache on this. That's cool.
You can do picks and bans. That kind of gives shows where we're going, where we came from.
Yeah, and I'll fix the cache on that in the background.
This is back to 5-3-3 versus Maverick. 5-3-3 winning track 1. Not this 5-3-3, but the other 5-3-3. Still out of date. Still out of date. Still out of date.
Oh, did you change it?
Oh, of course.
My bad.
Yeah. So now we have to insurance.
Now we know why it's not working. All right, let's go. We have to work.
Yeah, but it's still
for it to show the right things.
We are. we do have a very heavy Google sheet running all this. Testament to Google.
Yeah, next season we'll optimize the Maverick scoring engine a little more.
Yeah. So I do have the matchups ready now, I think, so we can take a look. But we're heading to the Tiny Trainer Wildcard. This was 533 West's pick, and this is their last hope, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, they have to win this.
Yeah, this could be
it. You ready?
Yeah, you see a repeat.
Not quite.
This is a tough order, but I believe in the round 3.
Okay, so if for some reason we have the same maps track count lap count bug, we'll just keep track of the stats right then as they cross the finish line for lap 2, and then we'll cut the race. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Because we have been having trouble switching tracks. So let me just give me
position A here.
Yeah, yep, coming right up. I'm gonna fix that up, and we're gonna reset that, and then I gotta just get us on the right track. So we have a couple wild views of this track, some crazy angles. There's a part of this track where they climb like up a wall slaloming, and it's gonna look like we're looking at them from above for a minute, but we're looking at them from the side. I'm gonna give you an FPV view, I think, during the first race. I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay.
Yeah.
My 2s and 3s on this keyboard are the wrong way around.
Oh, that's weird. All right.
All my buttons are the wrong way around.
There they go. This beautiful opening dive. Into the ladder they all go. And then we're going to go first person view as SFPV is trailing Valprim. Hopefully he doesn't get distracted by this. Flies his own line. SFPV has been here before. He has been a world champion. Valprim new to the league. Part of our Russian cohort. The Russian invasion as we called it. As they all join this league for the first time. I think we've had some Russians in the past, but this is the most in one season. It's been a blast having them.
5-3 in the lead at the moment, 12-10.
Yeah, they have Odin now one position up. So SFPV racing for the line. Here it is. This is the raising part we're talking about. Up, kick it, right. A little bit of a delay on SFPV as on that final gate. It's really hard to go all in on it. And he's chasing Valprim. He really wants him, you can tell. Oh, and he makes a small mistake in the ladder. It's okay though, he still has room to breathe. So as long as he holds onto this position, and now we've got to see if Febby can chase down Sturman. Febby on the right of your screen, Sturman on the left. Febby makes a bump. Trying to stay smooth and fast. Oh, Big Ramon drops down, gets passed by 2 pilots of Din drones, and now it's a 3-point lead for Din.
This is a lot closer.
Yes, yes. And now Big Ramon back in the mix. So 2 positions. So if Big Ramon right now can pass Nate, Valprim and SFPV just finished the race. Febby needs to pass Sturman. Febby is not going to pass Sturman. He's a little ways behind. It was very close though. Big Ramon coming up the back, chasing down. Okay, they shake this off. They're not that far behind. That's what you want to see. Every other pilot from each team. We were seeing a lot of stacks of the other guys. So I'm going to get these results in. Very close racing indeed. Let me get these results in here. Okay. Results are in. I'm going to flip back over to this view. And we're going to... Let's launch and watch Valprim on this one. This is heat number 2. Din Drones looking to become the world champions here. They're 3 heats away. 3 wins to glory. 533 West wants to stop them from being the world champions. These teams have... Oh wait, I'm mixing that up. The 3rd place, I should say. This is not the world championship race. 3 heats away from putting themselves on the podium. SFPV chasing down Valprim. Valprim makes a little bit of a... You know, I think I could take Valprim here. Actually, I know I can. A little delay on that ladder drop, and SFPV gaining. Oh, they're in. They're leading right now. 533 with they haven't won the heat yet, but they're leading. It's only a 2-lap race. Now they're trading. Kuzi and Sturman trading. Sturman's very fast, though, expected to pass him. So now we need to see like Febby pass Nate or something. Let's hop back and get into the dual view, dual FPV view. Oh, there's a big... Yeah, he's 2 gates back on Nate, so...
1 gate now. He's catching.
He is catching.
Is he going to run out of track?
It's a physically large gap. Oh, and he hits the same... He made that same mistake. Yeah, but let's see if Kuzi can chase down Sturman at all. Sturman on the right. Let's actually go like this and get into Sturman's first person view. So we'll watch on the auto director. Oh, something broke. Sturman chasing down Febby. Oh, Febby's ahead now. So if Febby... Oh, yeah, so Sturman couldn't catch up, though. Sturman was absolutely nuts in the open class. And here in the tiny trainer, he's struggling a little bit. But Nate is picking up his teammate's slack. So Sleep deprivation laugh from, yep. You know it. I've been busy. Trying to keep it all together. It's hard to keep everything straight, especially when you have two 533s racing. I'm like, oh yeah, 533, they're in the World Championship. Yeah, so that's 2 heats up, but that was only a 1-position race. Super close. I don't know why my week 4 wild card, that's this track. All right. I'm ready when you are. Send them. We're going to watch from down here on the side angle as they launch. Should be a fun launch. There they go, into the tunnel and down the dive. We're watching Febby Chris in the mix. Febby in the bottom right corner of your screen. You can see his first-person view. They're in the tunnel, chasing. And now into this ladder. Can he do it clean? He does it clean. He's in the mix. So many trails on our spectator view. Almost certainly he doesn't have trails on. In the tunnel sweeper section here above the water. The water's an instant death and reset in this sim. There they go, climbing to one of the most tricky parts of this track. And now on the back straight, he's chasing lots of drones. I do not know why it's cutting back to that camera. We're riding along with Nate as he takes an interesting line. Oh, and he goes down. Getting back up, and he's having a lot of problems. Big Ramon in front of him now. Febby in front of him, so 1 position is what's needed now. Big Ramon is chasing down Sturman. We're going to get in on that action. Oh, Big Ramon. Oh, I see where they are. Big Ramon a little ways back behind Sturman. It took me a second to calibrate. So now it's SFPV. SFPV does see Valprim in front of him. Valprim is under pressure from SFPV. SFPV needs to send it here. If he can make this pass, that would take the point for his team and keep his team 2 heats away from death instead of 1 heat. Oh, he makes a beautiful line. If he can ladder this. Oh! He was pushing. Yeah, that was so sick.
He had no choice.
Yeah, he absolutely, that's one of the only spots you can really gain time, and here also. So he almost got him. That was awesome. Febby now on the right. Yeah, not gonna be enough. That's enough to lock it in for them because there's no more passes that can be made.
3-0
points. 3-0. Match point.
That's a
Podium
lot closer
point.
than 3-0. Yeah.
That was
be it.
That was such a close race, Fair. I don't know if you saw it, but
I did. Yes.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah.
He was like on Valprim. When he went to go make that pass, it was like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he must have seen himself.
I think the problem is Valprim was probably touching the gate, and so Colby tried to go a little bit closer, but there was no room in between.
Yeah, I think like Colby did that that first like 3-gate ladder thing way quicker and gained, and I'm sure Colby was like, let's get this guy. You know, he probably knew he gained on him, and he knew he needed to do in that next ladder, and I think he just tried to take it too perfect, you know. But that's what you get when you try and go, and that's what you need to do to beat somebody like Valprim, you know. He also had nothing to lose there, you know, because you can pretty much bet that Valprim's not going to make a mistake.
Scores locked in?
Oh, they're not. Let me put it in.
I don't see scores locked in.
Yeah, I get distracted.
It's 3-0.
Yep.
Dindron has 4 chances to get this podium win here. They have a lot of breathing room.
Yes.
And 533 has a lot of motivation. I've been in this spot, and I don't know what the team's saying right now, but when our team was in this state, we were like, all right, this is it. We're just going to win all these. Easy as that.
Here they go.
Just gonna get that confidence going.
Our first-person view on Sturman, the pilot who was an absolute key to their success on the open class track. And here is maybe the key to 533 having a chance here, is he has shown that he's capable of making a mistake, and he does on our screen. He feels that podium potential and is getting maybe a little nervous, but the rest of the 533 squad not there when they needed them to be. Kuzi and Big Ramon having some slowdowns in the back. Let's hop on with them and see where they're at real quick.
Febby and SFP into the 1-2. We need Kuzi and or Ramon to make a move here to keep 533 alive.
SFPV in front.
SFPV gets into P1. Oh, but Febby dropping back. It was one position separating.
SFPV has a lead right now.
This is crazy.
So
SFPV is in P1. Febby needs to get this pass. He's 2 seconds back. He made a little bit of ball. Big Ramon 1.5 seconds back from Sturman. Either of these pilots, if they can find a second and a half, then they can steal this point back and stay alive.
Maybe SFPV can force a mistake out of Valprim and Febby can pull it because a 1-2 would be enough. This is it. This is the second lap, the final lap of this track.
Yeah, another little bobble from Valprim, and 533 is right there to capitalize. They are quite a deep team. Valprim's so strong here.
I think we're going to go in on the first-person view of Valprim because this is looking like he's a half a second ahead. Might as well watch him because if he locks this in, I don't think there's a chance for 533 unless he makes a mistake here, Valprim. Yeah, this is it.
We're watching him carry his team to the third-place victory, beating out P4 here, and he gets it done. Still a couple pilots to come across the track, but
it's not impossible.
The time spread is just 3 seconds, 7 seconds. They would have to get 3 or 4 passes in that time. It's just astronomical. So we saw them lock it. Nate, Spooky, Sherman.
They are 4, 5, your third place podium.
Congratulations.
And that guarantees, yeah, that's huge. Podium. And no, you know, remember that all these teams were number 1 and number 2, or these teams were number 2 in their respective conference. Absolute amazing team effort from this Dindrones East team. I mean, Valprim, absolutely one of the top pilots in the league. Can bring it to anybody, carrying from the front, and then the rest of the team always there when he needs them to just put in those final points. And in another world, we're watching Dindrones race in the championship. They're an absolutely stacked team, so strong. They definitely should be excited about their third place finish.
Yeah, same with 533. Yeah, I mean, 4th place finish from 533. That was a tall order right now. We saw that was really tough. So 4th place overall in the season, really great. Tell them what they won.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's bring them in here. Can you move them all in here real quick? We'll start. If you can start getting people in the room, Batman, for the race. Yeah.
I can grab.
Make sure we're on the right amount of laps too, man.
Oh, we can't pull them in because the Russians are in Russian Discord.
Oh,
we can get Nate.
Okay, get Nate.
We can talk Nate. Nate's always up for talking.
Nate brings Nate Spooky. Bring him in.
Valprim's there. I'll grab him.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations on your P3 victory. You guys are on the podium. How do you feel?
Dude, I feel so good myself. I feel really happy we're able to slow them down, the tiny trainer, Valprim, with the clutch. You could always count on them. Me, myself, I think I did pretty good. I had one really good one, one really bad one, and this one, like, evens it out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, were you a little bit more nervous on that one with Colby battling Valprim? That was really, I thought that was a really good showing. They made.
I saw it from the back, so it was way too close for me to see like who's first. I was trying to focus on my race and do my best.
That's probably the most distracting place to be. You're watching it. You're trying to play your race as good as possible, and you're watching them be like, "Don't mess up." Okay, pass.
But actually, it kind of helps because you can see their line, and they're like, 4 seconds faster than me. So I'm able to actually speed up. It's like Slipstream in Formula 1, but here.
But mentally.
I just copied their line.
Feature request from Ash.
Slipstream.
If you fly in somebody's trail, you get a tiny speed boost.
Too bad in drone racing it's the opposite.
He renders the trail. That might be doable. It's a good idea.
So
just putting that out there.
Valprim, I have a question for Valprim because we saw in the second to last heat, SFPV made an insane pass right at the end of the race, going in that right before the final ladder. He passed on that like ladder before. Did you see him pass you, or were you aware he was right on you?
Yeah, I was in full focus. I saw how he trying to catch me, but when I miss gate on something like this, After that, I was in pushed 100% it, and I take it.
It showed, man. Yeah, it was great to watch.
Yeah, amazing job. That was
mhm.
that was some exciting racing. You guys were on top of each other.
Thank you.
Spooky. So you're not French. I guess we got that sorted on the
I also
last week of
We
the.
might have talked about this before, and I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know how we never fixed it. That's great.
Feel
But
like I'm behind the scenes here.
but what you are is your share of $750 richer. You guys, wait, sorry, $500. Sorry to get you excited. $500 total for your team. But if we're going to be putting out a attendance calculator thing that you guys are welcome to use, and it'll divide it up based on how much everybody participated, and so you'll get your share based on how many races you raced in, and it'll all be fair. So the more races you did, the more money you'll get. Yeah.
Participation.
During the
Got your team to victory.
Totally.
So,
yeah, and you guys didn't see Clay Brain too much, so you'll be probably splitting it 4 ways basically. So, congrats on each winning. Well over $100 hopefully. Something. So and third place, man. You guys put East
That's
as
Podium.
and it puts East as the 2-1 on the podium, but we'll see if they'll
2-1 on the podium. It's true because
I'll be waiting for my jersey from Den after this.
Yeah, we think we're gonna make
let him know. We'll tell him. He's probably watching.
Yeah.
He better be watching. His team get third place.
And look out for the
chat.
commemorative pilot jersey too. We're gonna put out a VRL like season 11 jersey that is kind of it's not jerseys for each team, but like a jersey for pilots, and we're gonna sell them at cost so you guys can get them cheap. Yeah.
awesome.
So
Yeah, definitely.
and then we'll sell them to fans for normal price. So if you guys want them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, any closing thoughts from you guys, fresh off of your position 3 victory over P4? What do you think you'll be coming back next year? Did you have a good time?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we got a lot.
This was super fun.
I'm glad. Yeah, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna do some cool things this year. This year was a big grand experiment, and we really appreciate you guys being a part of it. And you guys gave us a great show. I keep telling people that last week's racing was like what the pinnacle of what this format could show, and I think we saw some really exciting strategy.
It kind of did. Yeah.
It did. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Go ahead.
We're so happy about you trying something new in the racing industry, and I think community will like it.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
Amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to finally race with you in person one of these days. It's so cool to meet everybody from all over the world. So cool. Yeah, congrats again, guys. We really appreciate all the hard work you guys put in. So, thank you.
Yes,
You guys earned it.
Job.
Yeah,
All
and
right,
congratulations
well,
on conference or no,
Woo,
you
let's
runner up.
go.
Yeah, the P3 podium. Yeah.
Podium.
Yeah.
World
Huge.
2025 season 11 VRL. All right.
Did it.
Let's transition into what could be the
good luck,
second to
guys.
last. Thank you. Take care.
Well done.
All right, let's transition into what could be the second to last map. What could be the last map? It's going to come down to how these pilots fly this track and where the cards shake out. Some interesting tracks coming up. I don't know that either team was super psyched on both of these. We'll it's gonna be interesting how this goes down. We are looking at. Oh, let me.
I pulled up picks and bans real quick. Oh, we're just gonna take a look at how these teams, what they didn't want to race, what they did want to race. We're gonna be seeing. This is Maverick specialty.
Pro Sweet. So we've seen 5-3 win against Maverick. That's why their little dot is filled up at the top of the screen there. They have won one of these 3 matches. If they win one more, they're the champion. Maverick has to win 2 in a row, but we're going to Maverick's pick. So what do you think about this pro?
I think this is one of the most interesting moments in the season because Maverick is a team that has been aggressively target banned out of this track. Teams did not want to race them on this track. And I think it was during the playoffs where they finally raced it and they won on it. And so Maverick West has Raspberry, who's incredible at racing this format or this spec. And then they have in their number 4 position a specialist, Free, who's underranked for this spec.
And that's right, the ringer. He has been getting better at 7-inch the whole season, and we've seen him crush 7-inch in previous seasons.
Yeah, and he's
interesting.
Yeah, he's been a 7-inch he's raced at some of the highest level of this type of drone in other leagues and real life racing too. He's been a longtime proponent in Street League and now the Pro Spec. So Free knows what he's doing, and their teams are scared of this. So 533 not scared.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was just looking at their times, and the only person faster than Batu, Dima, and Chirp on this track is Raspberry.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, is this another 2-3-4 situation?
It's going to be close. Interesting.
We'll see.
I've got the matchup on the screen. This is the World Championship. We could be crowning our Season 11 World Championship. None of these pilots have been.
Heats, potentially.
I don't think. On the left side of your screen, none of them have been world champions. On the right side of your screen, Free is the only former world champion that I know of. I may be mixing it up here.
So he's got the experience. He's got the nerves of steel.
Yep. Free was a VRL world champion last season on my team, the Purple Prop Eaters, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Yeah. Cool Whip was a runner-up last season on your team, right?
Yeah,
we raced
right.
each other in the in this exact match. All right, well, without further ado, I'd love to ice these guys more, but they probably want to race. All right.
Yeah, they are in the lobby. They're locked in.
Oh, I do need actually hold for a second.
533 position A, and then we will send heat number 1. This could be 4 heats. This could be 7. It could be 14.
We are on 3 laps, right? Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it's all three.
All right.
3 laps.
Pro Spec. Okay. And then we're gonna have 533 and resetting the. We're ready. I got the auto director loaded.
Okay. Go.
Here we go.
And they're off right now. A slow pack of drones. We're riding along with the captain, the guy sitting right next to Ferry, Batu, but Raspberry has pulled ahead of him ever so slightly. 1/10 of a second at this point is a lot in these drones. Beautiful ladder from Batu though. He's not gonna let Raspberry off the hook. The interpolation on the spectator cam with these drones really makes it look like they're flying right through the gate sometimes. Batu with a little bit of a bobble, and Free is in the mix. This Maverick team has the point they need. They're ahead by 1 position. Where is the time gonna be made up from? Let's go on, watch Chirp chase down Static. Oh, we've got the old stinger on. There we are. Chirp chasing down Static. Chirp on the right, Static on the left. If Chirp makes this pass, they'll score the point. Free and Batu trading positions. There's Free now into 3rd, giving his team buffer room. Batu a 1. Let's watch Batu as he chases down Free, and now Static is ahead of Batu. Chirp, what is happening? This is 2 points to the good. So now Chirp's on the right of your screen, Static on the left of your screen. They're trading positions now. Static now on the right of your screen. He's the one playing chase, but they keep trading. We're going on. This is the 3rd lap. Oh, actually, it might be. Is this the 3rd lap? I might have made a mistake. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's it.
One position. Maverick does it with a 1-3-6.
Leading by 1. Then 533 had some mix-up, letting 533 get up ahead by 2 or 3, and then 533 working their way back almost in a scoring position. This is a really, I think this could be our closest race of the day. This could go any direction here. I was watching this behind the scenes. Those drones were all flying pretty much the best line you can fly.
Yeah, that was incredible. Free showing up, exactly what we said what he needed to do. I love it. Raspberry was like, let's race this tiny whoop track. And I think that this could be the upset if they can get to that tiny whoop track, because it sounded like 533 was not confident on it. So with that being the case, if this could be do or die for 533 here.
Yeah, that's right, it could be.
But 533 has also been they've been an incredible whoop team all season on the regular Tiny Whoop Cup. But I don't know if they're comfortable on the wild card. Sometimes the teams have blind spots. There's a lot of tracks. You know, they just never get the chance to race it. They decide to ban it. But so one note for anybody watching, during the regular season, there was only 5 tracks per week. So teams bands were more important. Now, I mean, they're still important, but there's 8 tracks during the postseason. So teams can really get the track they want and really pull some shenanigans. So let's send them on the Heat 2. It's good to give them a bit of a breather on this track because it's just such a long grind. Here they go. Into the diving ladder is Free. Beautiful line from Free.
Mm. 5-2-3 have the upper hand at the moment.
Oh man, why is this is so weird? My auto director is like cutting to the wrong camera each time. We'll see. It's better now. Hopefully it stays. Cool. We're watching Dima, who's the leader, but Maverick has the points, so they've got the 2-3-5 right now, which is enough. Yeah, Static just has to hold his position in front of Chirp. Batu's trying to catch up to Free. Let's watch Batu as he chases Free. Raspberry has potential to gain on Dima, but it's not happening that fast. Batu now trading with Free. Only one position. Now it's flips. 533 has the point they need. Raspberry into the lead though, switching it back. We knew that was kind of just a matter of time for Raspberry. He's on a streak, right? This is 19 wins for him. So Batu with a little bit of a bobble on that dive or on that ladder down. So we are on the final lap. Batu chasing his teammate. Dima needs to make this pass on Raspberry. Here they are. Dima chasing Raspberry. Oh, and he makes a mistake. That's going to be enough. Let's see if Free can chase. It's actually going to be up to Chirp now. Yeah, Static. Chirp passing Static. We're watching Chirp in the bone turn. Static, can he be clean? Chirp gaining on him. To the line.
Whoa, that was so close.
It was very close. 1/10 of a second about.
1 to 100.
Yeah, so 2/10.
9.
Yep.
About 1.8 of a second there.
Yep.
5-3 leading, Maverick leading, trading places almost the entire race.
Yeah.
Battles at the front, battles in the middle, battles at the back. This is the closest racing we have seen. I'm having to just kind of sit here and quietly take it in so I don't sway the race either way.
We're going to have to...
really interesting.
You got the score? Yeah.
All right, that's
it was one position during each race, right? I think.
2 positions and 1 position. It's Free because Free split.
Okay.
Got to last time.
I won't say anything. They don't need any info. Okay.
Ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Heat number 3.
All right. This is the World Championship match. The podium has already been decided, and we put Din Drones East on the podium in 3rd place with 533 West. The other 533, they're in the 4th place position. But we're watching right now the 234, the way 533 won all their open class heats here. They're doing it again. So it's going to come down to somebody like Static here, who I'm hopping on. We're watching Static. You can see him in the bottom right corner of your screen as he goes into this rib cage turn. Him and Free have the pace, and so what's crazy is if Static and Free can pass Chirp, that's it. Boom, Maverick's in the money. So these teams racing to double their money from $750 to $1,500. Both teams earning $750 just for becoming their conference champions, and now looking to double that money. Double or nothing. Well, not nothing, but double or not or same. Here we go. Where are we at? We're on lap 2, coming towards lap 3. Static now is 2nd back. I think 533 is going to hold, but one mistake could be enough. Let's watch Chirp. Oh. Okay, there's Chirp. He's just... Oh, but Batu fell back a little bit, so now it's 0.7 for Static. We're going to watch Static as he's chasing Batu. Static needs to pass Batu and Chirp, though, or Free and Static need to pass Batu or Chirp. So Raspberry finishing the race with a 95. Beautiful. Chirp. Everybody coming to the finish line now. We're just watching them all.
That's all she wrote for Heat 3. We are looking at 1 point to get this close to being tied. Still 2 points for Maverick to shut this track down. That was looked like a pretty solid, pretty consistent comeback there from 533. I'll be curious to see, if 533 can get those, splits. It's like, I think it's, if he's up there between Dima, Chirp, Batu, I think, Maverick is getting this done. And I think if Dima, Chirp, and Batu are keeping it clean, I think it could be all she wrote. But let's.
Yeah, they'll have to keep doing it. That's yeah, that's 2-1 on the map. So Maverick needs 2 more to send it to the tiebreaker. 533 needs 3 to become the world champs. Let's see what happens on this next heat. They could 533 tie it up, reset the match, turn it into a best of 3. I'm ready for heat 4.
Heat 4.
Oops. There they go. Let's watch from above for a little bit on this race. We're going to get out to the cool overhead cam.
Yeah, that's the cam I've been watching on. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm zooming in a little bit as they go. Zoom out so we can see where they're... Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. Currently 1 position only for... Now it's the wall. Free has to stay in the mix. Free has to fly a good line here. Free, the number 4 tier pilot for this team. Not typically expected to score points, but here he is in his favorite spec, doing what his team needs. And now Static or him pulling 1 more position will be enough. Raspberry already doing what he always does in that first place position. Raspberry just trying to be consistent, stay ahead, and let his team do the rest. And Free is half a second back. Half a second in this type of drone is a lot. We're gonna hop on board with Free actually. Right now we're gonna hop on board with Free. He's on the right of your screen. He's chasing Dima. He's 0.7 back from Dima. Static is 3 seconds back from Chirp, so this is the position. But Free has company, and Free made some sort of mistake, so Free is now chasing Chirp. Free now 3 seconds back. This is it. That's gonna be, I hate to call it early, but let's watch Raspberry in the front for a little bit because we're watching. I don't see the trade happening. I guess Chirp could make a big mistake. Let's watch Chirp. He's coming around for the final turn. It's not going to happen. That's going to be tie. That's going to tie it up, just like that.
Wow! After being down by 2 more heats, and just like that, we are tied 2-2.
Yeah.
This is now a 1-2. Best 2 out of 3 remaining with this map tied up. Though the matchup is not tied, you'll notice that 533 has 1 of their dots filled in, meaning they won track 1. So we are tied in heat points for this map. But
results official. We heard Batu on the mic from next to Ferry. Pretty unusual for the World Championship team to have one of the casters in the room with them. The only other times that...
Team good luck laughing at us.
Nice, I love it. That's great. All right, well, we just give them I guess we can just send it. Send to heat 5, why not? I was going to say we give them a second, but... Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're
no
ready.
rest for the wicked. We're going to ride on with Raspberry and watch him pixel perfect this whole first lap. Let's see how he does it. It's going to look like he's going through these gates at times. But Batu is showing him a run. Batu's like, don't forget about me. He wants to be in the big movie. Oh, and he's in the lead right now. We are watching an epic battle as Raspberry could get distracted by having 2 drones in his face, but I don't know if anything can phase Raspberry. Somebody said there's humans on the other sides of these, on the other side of the world, and I'm not certain that that is true of some of these pilots. But Batu wants to show him up. He heard me saying we're going to watch Raspberry be perfect, and Batu's like, I can be perfect too. But now let's get into the dual view here on Batu.
Raspberry's back in front.
Yeah, he is. So we're watching Batu try and chase down Raspberry. Raspberry has a nice gap. It's literally like 1 not so perfect ladder, and Raspberry runs away with it because Raspberry does everything perfect. It's 1 position. Oh, now it's 2 positions. Free chasing Chirp. He's trading with them. Static is there too. So if Chirp makes any kind of bobble, and Free's gonna make Chirp freak out a little bit. Oh, Free's passing him. Beautiful line from Free. It looked like he went through the gate. This is lap 3.
He went into the gate.
Yeah,
It's up to Static, man.
he might have butt triggered it. Oh no, it is up to Static, but no, it's up to Static to pass 2 passes. Batu now, Chirp finishing, Static. Oh, so close.
Yeah, Free was pacing Chirp, just like less than 2 seconds behind Batu. Any little mistake, and Free was right there to move up and swing that 1 point back into Maverick's position. But 5-3-3 warmed up with Nerves of Steel. They are back in this with 3-2. It is match point, track point, eat point for 5-3-3.
Let's let them know it's
regain this reverse sweep.
Let them know it's match point.
Another track.
Yep, and then we'll just give them an extra 30 seconds so before this heat. We'll just give them a little bit of a chance to cool down. And so Gamufas, if you can pull them into this room as soon as they win, that would be great. If they win.
Well, if they win.
If they win. But we are on match point.
Let's see if Maverick.
Or I wonder if it's better
to go to track 3.
Or Gam, you could move G-Man Listener in there and then move me in there. That's probably the easier thing to do. Move the listener into their thing. All right?
Both or just the listener?
Well, move the listener to start, and then move me and Fairy and everybody into their room. That'll be the better thing. All right? Okay.
Putting quite the pressure on Maverick. Maverick's like, hey, we're still here.
I know. I'm just making a plan. I want to catch the moment. All right. We may have to bleep
2 attempts now here.
Some language.
5-3, close this out.
Yeah. All right, send them. Will they or won't they? The question we all want to see. Free needs to show up for his team. Free in that 3rd place position, but it's such a tight pack right now. Oh my God, they're all the drones. I think
it's so hard to see the gate when it's.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out to that overhead shot. There they are. Cool Whip way in the back. Cool Whip must have had a big error somewhere, so count Cool Whip out of this one. So it's gonna be up to Static Free right now. 2 points, 2 positions in the lead. 533 knew this was match point, and they probably got a little excited. We gave him a little extra. Chirp goes down. That's gonna really give a position now. Free and Static just need to stay clean. Free is pressuring Dima. I hope they know the situation for themselves. Static now battling Batu. We're gonna hop in, get in the auto director. I think we need to see Batu. Batu's only Batu's chasing down Free. Here they go. Batu making the pass. So now it's gonna be a 1 position game. So it's gonna be up to Chirp now to become, if they want to be the champions, Chirp needs to make a pass, I'd say. Because Raspberry's unlikely to make a mistake in the front of this pack. Let's watch Chirp as he's chasing down 2 blue pilots. He makes a bump. He recovers quickly. Raspberry finishes the race with a 96.7. The rest of the pilots finishing. And it's locked in. We're going to the final heat. Heat 7.
Right in there. 0.3 seconds separating the end of the race from another heat.
That was so nuts.
Dima Batu, P1, P2 Free. Another strong performance from Free, getting up in P4 with Static right with him. 145. That's
wow.
Sort of golden position for Maverick. Chirp, Dima, Batu looks like they need to keep it absolutely clean here if they want to finish this. Now this is we know that the next heat the race is over, so we should move into whichever one.
Well, no, we don't need to move into Raspberry.
It's another race.
No,
they might be pretty excited to stay alive. Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah, no, we'll just pull an interview, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Groovy.
All right, well, they both have one more chance here. 5-2-3 to win the whole season. Maverick to push this to a track 3 that they may be having quite an advantage on. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Sure, but this is wild.
Heat 7, send it. Send
up
it.
2, down 2, up 1, up 1.
We're gonna watch from above. There, they're off. We're watching Free's first-person view in the corner of your screen and the overhead shot on the start of this race. Raspberry just consistently in the front. He did have pressure 2 heats ago, I think, but it didn't phase him. In the end, he pulled away. Batu staying on him. Batu right with him. Batu less than a tenth of a second behind.
Static gets the pass, moving the point back to Maverick. Now 2 positions for
Days
Maverick.
like this, it's going to go to whoops.
Yep, they're up. Dima's, though, in the front, so it's only 1 position. So if Chirp can pull it off, we're going to hop into a head-to-head view. We're going to watch Chirp, who's chasing. Chirp makes the pass. Now it's 1 point ahead. Free must have made a small bobble there. Oh, it's going to come down to Free can grind back on Chirp.
With the bobble, he has 1.8 seconds. It's a pretty big lead for this kind of track. That might have been the pressure that Chirp needed to win this point back for his team for 5-3-3. 1.5 seconds Static behind Dima.
We're hopping on Static.
Still 1.8 seconds, 1.5 seconds.
Final lap.
Free.
This is Free now gained a bunch. He's cut the lead in half. We're gonna hop there.
8 seconds, about half a lap left.
Chirp under pressure on the ladder. Chirp goes a little wide. Free maybe did it tighter. Free's in it.
Free is right.
0.1.
2 seconds.
Can he sweep this?
Tenth of a second.
Tight. He needs to do it tight.
3 or 4 turns. If Chirp
for
takes
the
it
victory,
closer, he's gonna take it.
Oh, it was so close.
Chirp took it.
That's it. Bring us to their room. I'm gonna move us.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh my God, Batu!
You guys, world champs by a tenth of a second.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, when I finished the race, I was just watching Chirp and Free fights. It was crazy.
They were so close. Free was back by 1.5 starting that lap.
I like our idea, G-Man, of switching over to hear it, but it's like very quick. Like as soon as they won, Batu's like, let's go.
Yeah, we missed it. Yeah, I needed Nice. Well, guys, congratulations on becoming the VRL Season 11 World Champions. You guys did it. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Eamon.
Did you hear all that?
I was hearing you through like his mic, so I think we heard it.
I switched to the wrong computer, so okay, it's still open mic. That's whew.
Yeah.
We almost missed all that. Or you would have been talking if I wasn't. But anyway, that was wild.
Yeah. You know what's wild there too is Free was 1.5 seconds back going in that final lap, and I don't know if Chirp maybe had a bobble or something. Suddenly that lead cut in half. It was 0.7. And then on the ladder, Chirp took it a little wide and Free took it perfect. And suddenly it was 0.1.
Real.
Yeah.
He was just cutting, shaving. He was just slowly reeling.
You guys,
a little bit of a bobble. Chirp jump back ahead.
Raspberry put in a 95 on that final heat though. Absolute fire right there.
Oh my God. Wait.
Yeah.
Did we break Raspberry's streak or no?
No.
He's continued.
He's like 21 wins or something.
Another 8.
20.
Another.
No, wow. 7 more. Yeah, 20. Oh my God.
He's got another 11 wins in a row.
He's undefeated in the postseason, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I want to congratulate Raspberry. Yeah. Like, he deserves to win.
Yeah, I've got you pulled up as the MVP right now, Batu. Do you guys have an MVP right now that you'd like to say? It's a tough call. Your whole team? I need to put your whole logo there.
The whole team, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like everyone scored.
It's funny. We don't have like a world championship screen. We need like a world champ screen right here.
Yeah, world champs.
World champs.
I mean, still huge congratulations to the second place team.
Yeah, we should talk to them too.
A really hard battle for them. Getting second is really great in this overall world championship. I'm actually curious about. So like he said, everyone was kind of contributing equally. One of the things that Batu was showing me before the race was some. I don't know if we have a way to show it, but WikiWix made some crazy spreadsheets.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you want to describe what he did. It's insane.
Our last week MVP, WikiWix, he's...
Are we on camera?
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
see your screen. I can't see
You're on camera down the bottom. Yeah, I'll restream it.
Here's Batu. Here's Batu.
Our last week MVP, WikiWix, he made some crazy shits that help us pick the right tracks for the win.
Yeah, so you know how like you were talking a little bit at the beginning of the race about like, oh, you know, Batman was like, well, some of these lap times, like so and so has faster laps, so the other person has faster laps.
He did it.
WikiWix did a crazy thing where he went through the live races and timed them and pulled because those laps weren't uploaded, so he had more accurate data than we did.
Well, in our spreadsheet, it would be there, so everybody had access.
True.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
True. Oh, okay, okay. But it was a lot of work. You should see
four
of these spreadsheets, and they're ginormous, and there's like a points calculator, like,
nice.
Oh, we should have a little edge on this track, a big edge on this track.
Wow.
This track is hard. Yeah, it was really cool to see.
He's literally like brain of the team. I mean,
that's so cool.
Not all about scoring.
Yeah, this season, I mean, this season more than ever, there was strategy I think involved in those decisions. So especially in the playoffs. So
I mean, yeah, that's a VRL teamwork story if I've ever heard one.
I love it. He's coached,
strategizing, picking the right tracks, getting that tiny edge. Because I mean, it really did come down to that point. 1 second. If they had gone on to Tiny Whoop, anything could have happened. Maverick was really strong in that track. When that track got rolled as a randomizer, I heard Batu visibly groan. He was like, "Oh,
yeah,
yeah." What do you think would have happened, Batu? Do you think you guys would have struggled there?
I would have to learn the track.
Okay, yeah. So you guys, you guys would have struggled.
Yeah.
If they were ready.
Raspberry will sweep us anyway, so I would like just try to get before again.
I mean,
well, you guys,
pilots, Raspberry, Static, Free, Cool.
Oh my God!
These tracks that they've put the time in, they're like multiple tiers up.
Did you see the chat?
So
from
what was the chat?
They Raspberry just said we were ready on the Tiny Whoop wildcard. I'm gonna move these guys in here if you guys don't mind. I'm gonna move Cool Whip.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Okay, you got it.
Got it. Hey, I brought you guys in. Congrats on a great showing, guys. You guys were 0.1 seconds away from sending it to a map that you guys probably had the edge on. Free, you were a monster on that lap 3.
I made too many mistakes.
Yeah, you flew outstanding on you almost caught him. So you definitely made the final seconds of that, the final 10 seconds of that VRL season super exciting. So it was very fun.
Well, Elon Musk says the most entertaining outcome is the most likely in the simulation. So,
so it's fact. It is what it is. All right. Well, what else do we got? Is that a thanks for coming? Is that a we can award Batu with the first place trophy.
Nice.
Congratulations.
I think this one was the first place.
It's his own trophy from winning FAI race. I think. Istanbul champion. Yeah. I didn't actually bring a trophy, but it looks like we're giving him a trophy for the world champion win.
That's amazing.
Great for the pictures.
Love it.
Listen to the audio.
Yeah, and we and inside that trophy there's $1,500 for you to distribute to your team essentially. And
surprise you open it up and there's we smuggled it in USD because of the inflation. We don't talk about the inflation.
Yeah, Maverick West, you guys were going home with $750, and you guys only had 4 pilots all season, I think, right? So you guys will be splitting that 4 ways. So enjoy that. Nice. Yep, I'm gonna put a calculator together that calculates the share based on participation, but teams are welcome to do what they want with that. So we'll work all that out off screen. But excited for both you guys. You should be very proud. We were happy to watch you guys. It would have been crazy to see it go to the Tiny Whoop wild card. I guess I would have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was your guys' wild. It would have been a strategic win.
That would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had spent the week practicing that.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
God. So to get that on the roll is
so why didn't you pick it? You just didn't.
We didn't necessarily feel this stronger in that than Prospect, but we felt stronger against them in that than the other Tiny Whoop track.
I get it, yeah, and so you left it to the roll, thinking,
and
well,
so,
if we get it in the roll.
So we decided, if we're gonna get a Tiny Whoop, we might as well practice the one that we may get.
I get it, yeah, because you're way more, in this format, you're way more likely to get a Tiny Whoop based on the way things typically go. So it was almost a 50-50 shot. In this case, it was actually a 30% shot, and it still hit.
We were expecting
open
them to pick like an open class.
Sure.
And so it would be 2 specs and that wildcard.
Yeah, I see.
So we would feel like we had like advantage on it.
I get it.
But,
yeah, well, it's too bad you guys couldn't win your pick, but you guys came so close. So I'll let you guys talk to each other.
All right, well, I am signing off for Turkey. I've been here with Batu, who we just watched win the 2025 VRL Season 11 World Championship, really carrying his team to victory along with his 3 other teammates who all were pulling their weight in this way. So I'm gonna call it. Let's we can let you wrap up the stream, and thanks for having us, and see you next season.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. All right, guys. Well, we'll pull up the score here. Take one last look at that final track score. Your world, okay, and we should update the bracket, Ferry. If you want to do that, I'll pull up the bracket scene here in a second. That is our beautiful 7 heat. I never put in the final match. Let me get those results in. I was too excited. We went to heat 7. There it is. Final match in. There it is. Results official. 4-3. 533 is your Season 11 champion. Maverick is your P2 Season 11 champion. Reserve champion, as I say, they are the conference champions for Maverick West. For the Western Conference. And let's go ahead and look at the bracket here. And there it is. 533 East is your champion. Maverick West in second place. Then Dindrones East holding it down for the Eastern Conference, getting that bronze medal and $500. And 533 West in fourth place with their $250. So 250 to 533 West, 500 to Dindrones, 750 to Maverick West, and $1,500 to 533 East. It has been a heck of a season. To everybody who's tuned in, to all the pilots that raced, to all the fantastic sponsors that helped make this happen, to Velocidrone for building the greatest simulator for racing there is, supporting this community, to MultiGP for helping us organize this event this year. Really got the word out and casting this. And so, if you just saw us for the first time, stay tuned. We're going to be posting match videos, encapsulated match videos. Some of them are already edited. The majority of them are. They're going to start getting posted to the Velocidrone YouTube. And we can't wait to see what you guys think. You can watch your favorite ones, watch your favorite pilots. We're going to pick the best moments and share them. And sincerely, from myself, from SFPV, from Ferry, and from everybody else, thank you to all the pilots that stuck with us through this interesting strategic season. We tried something new. We raced a mixed spec format, something never seen before in live drone racing. It's you never see people switching specs from one drone to the other. So we were super fortunate to have pilots be open-minded and try it with us. And huge thank you to Gamufas and Batman for helping keep things running smoothly throughout the weeks. We learned as we went. We grew a lot. Pilots got faster. And it means so much to all of us that we can have such a great community from all over the world doing this. And just a bunch of happy nerds racing drones. So I would sign off with all the sponsors, but I know I would forget some. But I stuck to the main supporters, and here we are, with just me saying goodbye. It's a bittersweet goodbye. It's been a long run. We started this whole thing in January, and we're excited to crown a champion. And I'm excited to have my Saturdays back and the rest of my week's planning. So I love you guys. Congrats again to our champions. Congrats to every pilot who competed. Showing up, I always say that showing up is winning. If you just show up to race, if you put yourself on the line, you're a champion in my eyes. The only way to get better is to race. So if you're seeing this and you're scared to join in, just hop on in. There's races all the time. So You can find this Discord, the VRL Discord. Any Discord will point you to the racing. There's great stuff going on. Just reach out. And we look forward to next year. We're going to try and make it better. Bigger, maybe. Better for sure. But we're going to keep learning. And VRL Season 11, that's a wrap. Our champions are 533 East. Amazing showing. Thank you so much. Fly, you fools.